I am live at Mobile World Congress and we are with Doro right now. So we're just taking a look at their new Doro Liberto 820 Mini. This has just come out today in the UK, so the 2nd of March. It's available exclusively at Tesco at the moment for £105. As with most of the Doro phones, it's aimed at kind of an older market, kind of senior market, and also people who just want something that's really easy to use. It's a really interesting handset. It runs Android 4.4, but over the top of that is Doro's UI, which makes it, as you can see, very, very simple. So large buttons. There's also, I'll show you, there's also a mode that makes it even simpler than that. So if you've got somebody, for example, that finds it quite difficult to do some of the things on a smartphone, then you can switch it into easy mode. As you can see, it's very big icons, very easy to understand, and that makes it just even simpler there. So obviously messages and phone calls are going to be your main features really that people are going to use. They've intentionally put physical buttons there, which I think are a little bit easier for people who aren't necessarily used to software buttons yet. And some of us, like me, actually prefer physical keys. You know, it's a little bit easier to find sometimes. So that's really interesting. Also, there's an app that comes with this. It's also with some of the previous Doro phones. That's called Doro Manager. And that allows you to, for example, send content to the phone. So if I wanted to show my mum the holiday picture I've just taken, I can send that to her phone. She can choose to save that on her gallery, or she can choose to delete it. There's also the possibility to remote assist. So on this phone, there's a kind of a setup manager, like a wizard, when you first get the phone, that helps you to not only set up the phone the way you want it, but also set up kind of email accounts and things like that you're going to need to use it. If you set it up with a Gmail account, then you can then invite somebody to remotely access your phone. So for example, my mum could invite me to remotely access her phone, and in that case, rather than her ringing me and kind of saying, okay, I'm having phone issues, can you come over? And I'm kind of like, oh mum, you know, I'm at the cinema right now, I can't really do very much about it. I can remote into her phone after she's invited me, and then I can assist her with anything. I can turn up brightness, volume, things like that. I can change settings. All without needing to physically be there, which is obviously very helpful. I mean, this is something that we've seen on other smartphones as well. For example, we took a look at the Kodak one earlier this year at CES that had a very similar function. But the fact that it's built in and it's very easy to use, I've just given it a try, is a real bonus, I think. And so that's really lovely. And I'll also take a look at the dock, which comes with it. So it's bundled with the phone for £105. Let's take a look at that. So this is the dock that comes with the Doro Liberto 820 Mini. And as you can see, it just functions there as something you might want to put next to your bed. So if you're going to bed last thing at night, you can plug it in. Automatically goes into dock mode, so there's nothing that the owner needs to do to set that up. It just automatically knows it's on charge and does this. You can have that clock displayed on there, or you can also have it used as a digital photo frame. If I go into the options, there's also you can have lots of different options there. So I'll show you. So you can see you can put it on Do Not Disturb, for example, so if you just want to go to sleep and you don't want anyone to be able to ring you, then that's something that you can do pretty easily. You know, they're fairly large buttons there, and again, all designed to be very, very easy to use for people that aren't necessarily that familiar with smartphones, or, you know, don't want to have to faff around for ages. So some really nicely designed features on the 820 Mini there. And it comes in 3 colours, so there's a grey version, there's a white version, and there's a really lovely ruby red. And that's out today from Tesco. So thank you for watching.